Politics and the Pen is the annual event for Canadian political nonfiction authors. Under the auspices of the Writers' Trust of Canada, a winner is selected among 5 nominees. Every year, the event attracts some prestigious attendees from the political world. This year's winner is Globe and Mail's columnist John Ibbitson for his biography of former Prime Minister Stephen Harper.
I found him fascinating. He's a fascinating man and a fascinating Prime Minister. It was good to spend a couple of years getting to know him better. A remarkable number of people, including, for example, his own brother, some of his best friends, people who had worked with him in government, were happy to talk. Many of them on the record, some of them off the record. That was never a problem. Access was never a problem in the book. Figuring out the arc of his life and the thesis, that stuff was a challenge, but I had the material I needed to work with.
The Shaughnessy Cohen Prize is the most prestigious literary award for political writing in Canada. It is named after MP Shaughnessy Cohen, who died in the House of Commons in December of 1998, shortly after making a statement. Ms. Cohen died of a burst aneurysm, collapsing at her seat. The prize in her honor was established in 2000 by the Writers' Trust of Canada. Journalist and author Suzanne Delacourte, who has written a biography of Shaughnessy Cohen, is happy about the success of this prize.
She would be smiling tonight to see all these people sitting around tables doing what she loved to do, which was drink some wine, tell some stories, and use her name in every sentence.
Maclean's political editor, Paul Wells, won the prize in 2013 also for a book about then Prime Minister Stephen Harper. He says that in our times, political coverage has reached levels never seen before, and this is why some issues need a more in-depth analysis that only a book can provide.
What's missing sometimes is people to put all this into context, to explain how it fits into historical patterns, and to show what matters and what doesn't. That's the job of authors. And the great thing about the Shaughnessy Cohen Prize is that it rewards that work.
This year's crop features the biography of 3 men who influenced Canada's political direction, as well as 2 books addressing public policy. Among the finalists was historian Greg Donaghy for his biography of Paul Martin Sr., a politician he believes has been greatly underestimated. Another historian, Norman Hilmer, was nominated for his book about one of the most influential civil servants in Canada's history, named Oscar Douglas Skelton. Andrew Nikiforuk was also among the finalists for his account of the repercussions of fracking. And last but not least, Sheila Watt-Cloutier for The Right to be Cold, one woman's story of protecting her culture, the Arctic, and the whole planet.
There's no other pure political writing prize in Canada, so there's nothing to compare it to on that scale. But the prizes in Canadian writing, there are a number of smaller ones.
For so many of these journalists, it's a passion project. They have day jobs that could consume their entire schedule, and yet they find time to tell these stories, to research them, and then to put them down on the page. And the fact that they have this drive needs to be celebrated, needs to be honored, and I'm glad to be part of it tonight.